Here's my relocation video part 2. I promised I was gonna send it, and since I got the opportunity now, why not let me do it? Kiss the sun. All right. So I think I stopped at when I arrived at Ajman. Getting to Ajman, you know, I told you already that I wanted to go for a teaching job. I already got my documents. Thanks be to God, we got to the next day was church, and the church they took me to was reading. I was so glad. Prior to that time, I met someone on the plane, and the person was a Deeper Life member, and he reached out to me like, "Hey, are you gonna come to Deeper Life?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try." But later on, I found out that the distance was so much that I had to pay like 25 dirham going, 25 dirham coming, and that's a total of 50 dirhams. As a then, that was a total of 5,000 naira. Okay, as a then. But hey, I don't have that money. I'm just coming. I have got little amount of money left on me, and I knew that I could not try to position this thing. I knew that I could not call anybody to give me money, because this is something that I planned myself. Okay, I already paid for my accommodation. I was sleeping on the down bed. My brother was sleeping on the up bunk. Okay, so there was someone who received us. I will call her X. Let me just say it. So this lady X that received us, she's good. She was kind. She received us well. Prepared dish for us. So that was the first time of her also going to church in the UAE since she came. I think I learned that she has been here for years. Okay, prior to the time we came. So that was our first time. We all went together. And you know, I'm always gonna identify with the body of Christ any day. I wasn't anything yet, but I was going, and I got to meet the youth leader. The welcome. Oh, look at one thing about reading, I'm not gonna take from them is how they make you feel complete, how they make you feel like a family. They welcome us. Immediately, like, they introduced me to the youth leader. Lo and behold, that's my able Pastor K. He was my youth leader in RCCG Trinity Parish, Ajmer, and he is a teacher, because he was and is still a teacher. So he is a teacher, and I told him, look at what I want to go into and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, that is good. Join the reading platform. So I did join the reading platform, and that's how we continue. Fast forward to after December, fast forward to January. I was on program for 3 days. I haven't got a job yet. I tried to go get maybe like a secretary. I really don't know how to. I could operate the system, but you know, yeah, their system, like when they tell you operate on the system, like wizard, it's something that everyone should know. Like it's an ABCD. Babe, can you please adjust this edge? Sweet, you sleeping? Should I carry him? Adjust this edge, please. Okay, so it's like ABCD, and now I was asked to come and do the secretary interview. I tried my best to do it, but it wasn't able to go through, because I think there was a lot of things I needed to learn, but I wasn't able to, so I didn't get the job. So after organizing 3 days prayer for myself in January 2019, because I came in 2018, the third day of the prayer, I was sleeping, and I just had a dream like blah, 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 blah. I got up. Immediately I got up, I just saw a message. They're looking for a teacher, so please bring your documents, bring your this. Immediately I sent my CV. Immediately I got all the document, and boom, come to school the next day. I went. I said resume. I should resume. Wow. And the salary, they said they were gonna give me. They were counting it for me a day salary. I can't remember if it was 100 dirham or 70, but at the end of the month it was going to maybe 2,500, 2,200 dirhams. Okay, so I was there January, February, and then the lady I was staying with, this ex, she told me that why not I apply for a visa, a 2 years residence visa, whereby I'll be able to go, maybe if the job is not working, I can get another job, and I don't need to do visa change. Okay, I asked how much is it gonna cost me for the visa, and she said it's gonna cost you 1.5 million naira as a day. That was 15,000 dirhams as a day. Now every month I can be giving up to 200,000 naira, which was 2,000 dirhams every month, just because I got a job too. So, and I looked at the money. I obliged the first time. I really don't have an idea of how this went. So, the person I was with at that time that linked me up to the UAE, we're not so good. We're not on a very good space at that moment. So there was no how we could bring the topic up. Then I reached out to my pastor, Pastor K. I was like, hey, Pastor K, look at this issue. What do you think? He was like, no, this money is too much. Tell her it's too much. If she could reduce it. Sorry, we are in a tunnel. So tell her if she could reduce it. Then I met her. I was like, no, I can't even reduce it. In fact, the person said it's going to pay 2 million for it. And that's 20,000 dirhams. And you have to pay because they already started it. I'm like, wait, calm down. We have to come to an agreement. Now they already started it, and she was with my passport already. That was the beginning of my problem. I go to my school. I have some Nigerian colleagues who also are into this. I'm like, no, that's so much courage. That's so much. It went on and on. So she found out like, oh, I was talking to people because she felt like she was the only one I could talk with. One, you didn't do my visa for me from Nigeria to this place. I paid you. You did a business. You had your thing. It's a business. So now coming here, I paid you for accommodation too. It's a business. So now why would you think you're gonna hijack me? Are you my auntie? No. It's not related to me. I only give you the respect. But now you feel like I couldn't talk to anyone. I want you to feel like she was always blackmailing me. Imagine she would say somebody called her and somebody was questioning her. I know nobody did. I lived with her. I know that she was a chronic liar. She could lie for a living. So I already know who she is, and that's who she is. Because even later on she was doing that to my dad. But I already told my dad this is who she is. So when she lied against my dad in the future, I'm gonna tell you about this. That was years after. Then my dad, okay, this is this woman. So I'm trying to look at my baby. So when she refused, she said, oh, I was talking to other people like blah blah blah. She took offense in that, and she was like, I shouldn't use a heater, I shouldn't use a gas, I shouldn't use anything to cook or whatever. I wasn't eating. My brother was still there, and my brother was feeling tense. He wasn't liking what it wasn't pleased with what was going on and how she was treating me. Like I shouldn't use a gas to cook and whatever. I shouldn't do this. I remember that was January. I haven't gotten salary then. So fortunately, when I was able to get the salary, I paid her 200,000 for that month. I've not seen my visa yet. I didn't know what was on my visa. I paid her 200,000 for the first payment. Then I felt I wasn't comfortable there. I wasn't eating. I was going to KFC to go buy Jones, like 12 dirham. I'll go to school. My colleague would give me like tea to drink. There's always tea, kind of Lipton and milk in the office. I get that to drink. I was so sick. I was very sick, and I usually have ulcer, and I was so sick. So what do I have to do? I had to meet a Christian sister. I always go to her place in the afternoon to rest. In the night I'll come back, come and sleep, and wake up the next morning for work. Fortunately, I was able to get a bed space elsewhere where I paid a little amount of money. That was 250 dirhams or 400 dirhams. I think 400 dirhams, and that was 40,000 naira then per month. When I got there, I felt relaxed, but I was so sick that I had to treat myself. I was coughing, and you could see some stains of blood because I was seriously ill. But thanks to God for His mercy, for His protection, and for His preservation, I was able to come out of that. I'm sorry, I'm somewhere. I'm trying to get something. I'm gonna do another video to join to this. I'm going somewhere, so I have to stop this video now to get this organized. I was just talking about my relocation video, and lo and behold, we're on our way going to Sharjah, and I'm passing through this. We're passing through this road. I just told my husband, "You see this road? I usually pass through this road when I was going to the first school, the first job I got in the UAE." So this is bringing back memories, bringing back a lot of memories. This was the road I usually apply every morning from January till March when I stopped the job. So as I was saying, so she refused to reduce the money. She lifted the money and she was like giving threats. Let me tell you something. When you come with tourist visa to the UAE, you start working, you have to, it's either your company gives you a residence visa or working visa, 2 years. Because in the UAE, you renew your visas every 2 years, no matter how long. But now we've got a golden visa that's like for 5 years, going also to 10 years. But that's for people who have stayed for many years. They can apply for that. So in the UAE, when you come with tourist visa, you have to change to working visa. So it's either your company do it for you or you do it. Or for instance, if you're married, your husband can place you on his visa for 2 years. You understand? And you can work as with a wife visa. But for husbands, you can't. The wife can't place their husbands under them and they use that to work. No, because they believe that the husband should be the one working, while the wife be the dependents. You get it? So along the line, when I did, so the lady did the 2 years, and I didn't know what she was putting on my visa. I got the accommodation, I relocated, and I was starting feeling better. So February ending, I got the visa. Can you imagine? Because why am I so pained at the beginning? It was like, see, I don't expect anything from anyone. I'm not the kind of person that I'm expectant. But you know, as human, some relationship you're gonna have with someone, and you feel like this person could do better for me. You understand? But regardless of anyone, you don't have to place expectations. But at the same time, relationship. When you have a relationship with someone, you should be able to do something. So when I found out the visa this person did for me, this was a visa that should cost like 450,000. Maybe if it's too expensive, 800,000. Maybe too expensive, that's double of the money, 800. But you know what? She took how much? 2 million from me. She's threatening, she's doing the stuff, and I know my rights, of course. So I'm gonna call the police. I thank God for the leaders who were with me. Look, it didn't stop there. March, I had a dream. I go to school that day. The day I collected my Emirates ID from her, I was sacked. I was terminated. For no reason. For no reason. Like, there was no tangible reason. Why was she? I was the first job. Later on, the school I was terminated from in 2019. Do you believe that in 2021 they called me back to the same school? They called me and said, "Please, hello." I was speaking with courage, and I told them I got a job and I'm not coming back. I don't go back. All those ones are my stepping stones to my success. They can't even give me what I'm earning. Not even. So why would I go back? So I was terminated. I wasn't devastated. I'm the kind of person that I don't know how to feel bad when something terrible is happening. It's a grace, because I see many people depressed. Maybe they'll say, oh, I'm depressed, I'm down, whatever. Me, courage, I go say me depressed for what the devil is doing. The devil loses you. It's his own loss. It's not mine. I said I don't know the thought God had for me. I said I don't know who God is to me. See, God carried my matter on his head. On his head. I'm telling you. I'm an evidence of that God became you be. That's who I am. I boast in Christ. Me, I boast in Christ. And that is how I was terminated. I came home. I didn't tell my sibling, my brother, that I was terminated. He never knew for years, up until 2022. So I told him, do you remember then? I was terminated. He was with me. He was stayed for some time before he got a job. That was how my battle started. I couldn't pay for my rent. I couldn't feed nicely. And do you know what? I couldn't call. I couldn't call them that I needed money. I was there going through a lot. And thanks to someone who came around, she told me, we're relocating from this room. I will take you to another place. Let's go away from here. Because here is too jam-packed, and if police come, they can arrest you because they don't like bed space. I was like, that's true. And in bed space, you can stay with male, female. They just only use curtain to the market. That's how rough it is here. I don't know. I think they still do it now, but it's not as common. That's what it is years back. So, no job. I remember I will ask someone for Gary, one of my neighbors. That is sure. I remember he then had Gary. Him too was going through a lot, but he will always share his Gary with me. I will not suck it, and I love it so much. We even go buy just something just little, and we just try to make soup or coke or whatever. This lady was still with my passport. I don't have a job. How will I pay her back? I've only given her 200,000. She would call me, threaten me. I was still going to church with her before she finally stopped. There was a day, May 3rd, 2019, I shared my testimony of how God helped me, of how God has delivered me, and look at where I am today. God brought me. Do you know what? After the testimony, after that day service, she called me and said, you went to share testimony. She called me. You want to share testimony of how God was good to you. He said you will not experience. He said she told herself that she will never experience any good thing. And I said I reject it. That was now when the battle 101 started from. I won't say it was a battle between me and her. It was a battle between her and God, because God proved himself. UAE. Don't let anybody tell you they're going to bring you and you're going to pay them money for visa and they're going to be charging you millions of naira. Never you allow that. Not even to UAE or to any other country. Some are truthful. It's only 1%. But you see the rest? No. It doesn't end well. And if you're an agent, you're doing people, like duping people, taking people. If you look at there are things that will say as profits. When we talk about profits, let your profit be moderate, not extortion, not extorting people, and you feel like it's business. Don't do that. And when they give you money for a job, do it. There is beauty in integrity. You don't know where the person will recommend you today or tomorrow. Do it. You don't know how these people have worked to get this money. You don't know what they have gone through to get this money, and at the end of the day, you get it from them, and you feel like it's okay for you to extort them, or they start pleading for you to get their job done when they are going through a lot. There was someone in that situation which I was doing the visa for, and also it wasn't going really well. I had to pay him the money. I'm not going to eat your money, no. I'm not going to take it, because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me, and I know the repercussion of all those things. And you as an individual, you're doing that to people. Don't do that. Give them their money back. If your yes is yes, stand for it. Let your no be no. Please stand for it. Integrity pays. It does pay. I don't feel because you get away with Mr. A, you're gonna get away from Mr. B. You don't know what their head carries. I believe that. Some people job will hook you and to bring you out. And that's my case. I'm gonna hang up with this here because I'm heading to somewhere and I have to pick up some things. But I'm gonna come back to give you more details about how it went and where I am. And God's grace and these are lessons you're gonna learn, because it's not just about me. These are lessons you can learn from this. I will share you my lessons. I will share you my mistakes, and I will share you the corrections where God helped me. See you. Catch you.